Welcome to the Raleigh Board of Selectmen meeting for April 13th, 2015. The time being 7:01, I call the meeting to order. Just as a reminder, this meeting is audio and video recorded digitally. Well, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please?
Certainly, Mr. Chairman. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks, Bob.
You're welcome, Mr. Chairman.
We have some appointments and hearings tonight. Also, Citizens Query will be open from 7:15 p.m. to 7:20 p.m. Our 7 p.m. appointment is Attorney Thomas Mullen to discuss Town Council services.
Mr. Chairman,
Yep.
members, would you like me to stand here? Or?
Oh, that's fine. That's
Okay.
fine, Tom, yeah.
Judy Pickett had hoped to be here. Her husband is very ill. She sends her regrets.
Well, we're sorry for that.
As you know, the firm of Brackett and Lucas, which has represented Rowley for many years now, will dissolve effective June 30. When I heard this news from my friend Judy Pickett, whom I've known for many years, I immediately asked her to join my municipal law practice, and I am delighted to say that she agreed. When I refer to my municipal law practice, I mean that I have been the town council in Wakefield since 1994 and in Lynnfield since 2003, and have represented numerous other communities and public agencies on a special counsel basis. What Judy and I hope to offer the town of Rowley is seamless continuity. She would continue to be the primary contact with the town. My associate Meredith Freed, who has worked with me since 2005, and I would provide the backup that Judy has always had from Brackett and Lucas. The billing rates would remain unchanged, $145 an hour for Judy, $145 an hour to the extent my services were necessary, $125 an hour for my associate. We would continue to honor Brackett and Lucas's commitment to attend all town meetings at no cost to the town. I have reviewed my own practice to see if there are any potential conflicts, and I have found one that I want to discuss with you. Some of you may know that I have been honored for many years to represent Dr. Saeed Abuzara in connection with his land development project in Rowley. If, as I hope, you want Judy and me to represent the town, then I would have to take no further part in connection with any such efforts from June 30 on. And Judy and I would be conflicted out of representing or advising Rowley in connection with any ongoing matters by Dr. Abuzara. I have spoken with attorney Stephen Fletcher, who is another veteran of Brackett and Lucas, to ask if he would be willing to step in as special counsel, if the board wished, to handle any Abuzara-related matters at the same cost that has previously been charged and that we would charge, i.e. $145 an hour. And I'm pleased to say that he agreed.
Oh, wow, that's great.
I've also spoken to my longtime client and good friend, Dr. Abuzara, and he understands too. In short, the single potential conflict of interest will be entirely avoided and at no cost to the town of Rowley. I'm also pleased to point out that I have what's called an of-counsel relationship with the Boston law firm of Brody, Hardoon, Perkins, and Keston, the premier municipal litigation firm in Massachusetts. While I am confident that Judy and I can handle whatever we have to for the town, to whatever extent we may encounter an extraordinary lawsuit, it will be comforting to know that if we need more manpower or expertise than we can bring to bear, the firm that I mentioned will be available to the town at a discounted rate. That said, my philosophy is the same as Judy's, which is the best lawsuit is the one you don't have to defend. And toward that end, I would like to propose that at some mutually convenient time, and it can come before July 1, that Judy and I give a free seminar to all of the members of boards and commissions and committees who choose to attend, any town employees who choose to attend, at your choice of time, day or night, to discuss things like the open meeting law, the public records law, and anything else that may be of interest to you. Again, at no cost to the town. In closing, I know you like and respect Judy Pickett. I hope that in the not-too-distant future, you'll come to know and like me, and for my part, I certainly look forward to the process. Be happy to try to answer any questions.
Okay. Any questions?
Well, I've known Tom for years, been on the planning board, and
Yeah.
quite impressed with his credentials.
Yeah, I read his resume. It's fantastic. It really is nice. Anything else, Bill?
The only comment I would make is I feel a lot more comfortable now than before.
Than we did
Thank you
before.
very much.
When we got the letter.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's true.
We're happy to welcome you to Raleigh, and hope you will serve us well.
Great, thanks.
Okay, does the board wish to appoint the law offices of Thomas A. Mullen, PC, and town council effective July 1, 2015?
I'll make that motion, Mr. Chairman.
I'll be happy to second that one.
Motion made and seconded. Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Great.
Motion carried.
Thank you very much.
Welcome aboard, Tom.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And Judy also.
Yes. Give our best to Judy.
I shall.
Yes.
We have to leave that door open because of the meeting.
Oh, you need the door open?
Okay, Dan?
Yes.
Thank you.
Let's see, it's almost 7:10 now. So just, Citizens Query will open at 7:15 to 7:20. As a reminder, some more folks will come in. This meeting is being audio and video recorded digitally. Okay.
Mr. Jimmy, please make an announcement that we have a sign-in sheet for anybody who's in attendance.
Yeah, I think there's a clipboard with some paper on it that we need to have signed up,
People
just to get your name so that we can put them into the record. Okay. So we could probably get rid of general business number 1, right? And that's to sign the May 12, 2015 annual town election warrants. And we have them right here.
You need a motion?
Yeah, we should have a motion to sign them.
I move that we sign the town warrants for Tuesday, the 12th of May, and to be held at St. Mary's Church Hall.
I'll second that.
Motion made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. I'll try to pass these out so we can do it a little bit quicker.
Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Joe. We're done, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, just two more for you, Bob.
Those two are done.
Mr. Chairman?
I gotta sign those, huh?
another chair here.
Okay, that one's done. All right. Next appointment is at 7:20, so. Okay, general business item number 2 is review zoning board of appeals special permit application from Michael Montos for the change of a non-conforming use.
I'll let you
Everybody
all
had a
sit
chance to
on,
look at
just-
the application?
Looked it over.
This is if we have any concerns, we would forward it to the zoning board of appeals.
Yes, yep.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for some input if we have any. So,
There's a letter here from the building inspector.
yep. Okay. Seems to be pretty straightforward.
Yes,
It's just,
just that. Go to the ZBA.
yep. Any questions or comments?
I have
Joe?
no comments.
Okay, so I think we should forward off to the ZBA that we have no concerns
Right.
with this application.
Just make note of the letter from the building inspector, but I imagine they know that,
Yeah,
dated February 24th.
okay. Okay. Just as a reminder, this meeting is being audio and video recorded. We seem to pick up a few more people, yeah. That came in, so just so that you're aware of that. Also, Citizens Query opens at 7:15, which it is now, till 7:20. Okay. General business number 3 is a road opening permit application for National Grid to open 38 Fenno Drive at pole number 7 for corrosion work.
Anything that's in order, Mr. Chairman?
Treasurer signed off. The conservation agent is signed off. The highway has signed off. So,
Give you a motion, Mr. Chairman?
okay, motion made.
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded to approve the application for National Grid at 38 Fenno Drive. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Okay, general business item number 4. Letter from Sean McFadden requesting to lift the hiring freeze for the position of administrative assistant. So, to the Board of Selectmen, Sean McFadden, Principal Assessor. April 9th, 2015, re-lifting the hiring freeze for the administrative assistant position. The Board of Assessors today is writing to the Board of Selectmen to ask that they lift the current hiring freeze to allow us the ability to post and advertise the position of administrative assistant. My current administrative assistant, Colleen Cooper, has accepted a new position and her last scheduled day with the assessor's office is April 22nd, 2015. Thank you for your assistance. Well, it's kind of too bad that Colleen's getting through. She did a great job over there.
Yes, you sure
Yes. I'll give you that motion.
did. I'll second it.
Motion made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay. And we got a couple of minutes to go. So item number 5 is email letter from Ryan Lennon regarding resignation from the Eastern Essex Veterans Service District. Okay. For those of you who don't know, I have submitted my letter of resignation as Director of Veteran Services. I've been offered an unexpected opportunity with the Commonwealth and must pursue it. My last day as Director will be Friday, May 1st, 2015. I've discussed the transition with John Clemency, Chairman, and we strongly believe a board meeting is needed to ensure a seamless transition. I apologize for the short notice and recommend meeting on either Thursday, April 19th, or 30th at 7 p.m. Please let me know of your availability. I have attached a press release that will be distributed through Ipswich's HR department to the surrounding media outlets. Thank you, Ryan Lennon, Director of Veteran Services. So, I know you're on the board over there, so
Kind of speechless. Like, this caught me by surprise.
I think you did everybody.
Ryan is one heck of a replacement. You know, when we lost Terry as the veterans agent, he really has done a good job filling those shoes. And those were big shoes to fill.
Yes.
From Terry.
Yeah.
And this is, it's really a shame, but it sounds like he's moving up within the veterans.
Well,
System.
You can't hold them back.
No, you can't.
You really
And
can't.
he did a great job, and we'll have to meet shortly, I imagine, the board, and look for another candidate, and
Okay, could I get a motion to accept
I'll give you a
this
motion to accept
resignation
that
with regrets?
with regrets.
Okay,
I'll second that.
very good. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried. Okay. It is now 7:30. So, I'm sorry, 7:30, close enough. I'm trying to get through with it, guys. 7:20, and that means that the citizens' query is also closed, but we have an appointment with Police Chief Robert Barker, Trooper James Bedard, for appointment as a reserve police officer. Okay, this is dated April 8th. Raleigh Board of Selectmen, honorable board members, I hereby recommend that you appoint James Bedard of Beverly, Mass. to the position of Reserve Patrolman effective April 14th, 2015, and expiring on June 30th, 2015. This appointment includes a probationary period with continued employment to be determined upon successfully completing a field training program, including qualifying for department firearms. Mr. Bedard was selected as a result of a formal interview process and has passed a physical and psychological examination. A comprehensive background check was completed by Lieutenant Stephen May and reviewed by me. Mr. Bedard presents the minimum requirements to hold this position, including Reserve Police Academy and first aid training, as well as several other public safety-related classes. Mr. Bedard holds a bachelor's degree in criminal justice from Wakefield State University and is a licensed EMT. He has worked for the Newbury Police as a reserve patrolman for a year and a half and was previously a juvenile justice coordinator with the Essex County District Attorney's Office. Sincerely, Robert Abaka, Chief of Police. Okay, got anything to say, Chief?
I'm just trying to beef up my staff a little bit, save a little bit of money. We're spending a lot of money on overtime right now because we have one in the academy and one left us unexpectedly. So we're just building up the ranks for the future. And I think Mr. Bedard would be a good choice.
Very good. Got anything you want to tell us or say? Or?
Very excited with the opportunity. Looking forward to going through the field training program, making sure I pass everything and get out there on the streets and be approachable to the citizens of Raleigh.
Very good.
Excellent.
That's good.
Any questions, comments?
No,
Oh,
I'll give you a motion.
sounds
I'll
like a
second
great
it.
idea. Motion made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Welcome aboard.
Thank you very much.
James or Jim?
Jim,
Jim.
Jim, thank you.
thank you, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chief.
Thanks, guys.
Yep.
All right, Chief, thank you.
Our next appointment is at 7:30. So general business number 6. Letter from Community Action, Inc. regarding website. Okay. Community Action, Inc. is the largest anti-poverty agency in the lower Merrimack Valley, currently assisting 18,012 people, individuals, and 7,350 families with food, clothing, shelter, childcare, education, job training, and placement and fuel assistance. The programs are offered by the CAI, Community Action Inc., have expanded to meet the growing needs of a diverse community. Community Action serves 11 cities and towns: Amesbury, Boxford, Groveland, Georgetown, Haverhill, Merrimack, Newbury, Newburyport, Rowley, Salisbury, and West Newbury. In order to better serve our communities, we are asking towns in our catchment area to provide a link on its homepage to CAI's website, www.communityactioninc.org. This link will make critical information regarding access to basic services and programs available to the residents of Raleigh. Community Action works with low-income families to secure basic resources such as shelter, food, clothing, childcare, Head Start, WIC services, heating assistance, homeless aid, emergency rent, and utility assistance. Our programming includes budget planning, financial literacy workshops, advocacy, and group and guidance with landlord-tenant rights and responsibilities. Community Action envisions a strong, thriving community free of poverty, and asks the town of Raleigh to partner with us in supporting our programming and the claims we serve. The needless people and families in our community rely on partners and stakeholders to assist us in caring for the clients who desperately need our services. Please consider linking Community Action to your website to ensure that the basic needs of families in Raleigh can be met in 2015. Please call me at 978-373-1971 with any questions or concerns. If this request should be forwarded to another department, kindly let me know. Thank you. Very truly yours, John Kiwi, Executive Director. Is there any comments or questions? I will accept a motion to allow us to attach this to our website. It sounds like it's a very worthwhile product.
Sounds, give you that motion, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
I'll second that motion.
Motion made and seconded. Any further discussion?
Nope.
No? Okay. We should be good. Okay.
We gotta vote.
What's that?
We gotta vote.
Oh, yeah, you want to vote? Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Now it's legal. Okay, we can get into new business now. We still got about 4 minutes to go.
I'm still waiting.
For the 7:30. It's actually about 4 minutes.
I'm still waiting on that, number one.
Yep. And number 1 is review and approve antique junk license renewals. And we are still waiting for one more renewal, which we haven't received yet. So there is nothing for the selectmen to approve under this agenda item. That was probably the easiest one we're gonna have all night. Okay. And item number 2 under new business is application from Kathleen Reardon for antique license for 29R Main Street. Kathleen Reardon has submitted a complete application for the antique junk license at 29R Main Street. All light, water, and tax bills are current. So,
Everything looks in order, Mr. Chairman.
yep.
I'll give you that motion.
I'll second.
Okay, motion made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Okay. Item number 3 under new business is a one-day liquor license application from Village Pancake House for Saturday, July 25th, 2015. The Village Pancake House is requesting a one-day liquor license for Saturday, July 15th, 2015 at 1:30 p.m. for a bridal shower. Police Chief Robert Barker has approved this application.
I'll give you that motion.
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded. I was just looking to see if we had the list here
Mhm.
of the vendors that they have to use.
Well, tip qualified, correct.
Yep, yeah, the check is here, which is the
Okay.
most important part. Okay. Yeah, it looks like it's all fine. Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. All right,
Another 2 minutes.
another 2 minutes, so we can go do one more here, is that what you're saying? Get that out of the way. Okay. Item number 4, memo from Conservation Agent Brent Bazelak regarding invasive species on town property. Do we have aliens or things running around out there?
Yeah.
Could be, huh, I suppose. Okay, this is from the Conservation Agent, Brent Bazelak. Permission to control invasive species, plant species on municipal property. The attached letter and enclosures from Mass Audubon was originally addressed to the Conservation Commission, but the one town property named map 30, parcel lot 29, is general municipal property and not under the custody and care of the Concom. Note the property on map 29, parcel lot 4, was sold last year to the State Division of Fish and Wildlife. We respectfully forward this to the Board of Selectmen for their consideration. Mass Audubon or a partner organization will be applying for the necessary permits under the Wetlands Protection Act and Wetlands Protection Bylaw to conduct activities within regulated wetlands. Please advise me if I may be of further assistance. Elizabeth Duff of MAS via email.
These are the problem with the Phragmites.
Phragmites, okay, yeah, those are bad things.
Pepperweed, they call them.
Yeah,
All the towns battle it every year.
okay. So do we need to vote on this and sign it?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
And then we will return it over to Brent, so he is aware of that.
Okay, so we want to pick, we're going to pick all 3 of these categories because they're all Phragmites, so, or at least 2 of them are.
Well, I think that they're asking for permission, if you check the first box, to control perennial pepperweed and Phragmites on my property and control it using herbicides and other mechanical methods such as pulling and removing it.
Right.
Okay,
That would give them the permission to do it.
That would cover it.
Alternatively, the second one would be just to get more information on it, and the third is that you do not give the U.S. Fish and Wildlife, Mass Audubon, or their partners permission to enter onto the property.
okay.
So if you do,
So if we take a motion, it looks like there's going to be one signature here,
so there should be an authorization to sign it
okay?
by the board.
Yeah,
By the
to-
chairman.
To the chairman
Yep.
or some other member, but it would
I'll
be
make that motion.
I'll second.
so motion made and
for the
seconded.
first line, for the first one.
Yep.
As the owner? Or is that,
Yes, representing the town of Rowley
Rowley.
for that general municipal property that's not under the Conservation Commission.
okay. So the motion's made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. So, okay, that one's done. Okay, the time now being 7:30. We have an appointment with Barry Marshall to discuss Kathleen Circle.
Right, my name is Barry Marshall. I've lived in Raleigh for 35 years now. And the reason I'm here is we have a sinkhole on, between my neighbor and I. We have a sinkhole. And I called the highway department and they came down, and naturally Kathleen Circle has never been accepted as a town road. But the bond was released. And I got a question, because I mean, I need the town to fix the sinkhole, because I don't have the funds to sink it. It's a drainage ditch, drainage pipe going down from the street all the way down to the back of our property. And there's a big sinkhole, and there's another one that's starting to develop on the same line down further down on the property. And I guess the question is, if they release the bond, why wouldn't they accept the street? That's a $60,000 question for years. No one could answer that.
Basically, typically, the contractor, whoever did the development,
Yeah.
would finish the development and then request acceptance.
And then the bond would be released.
Yeah, I don't know about the bond.
It was released because I got an agreement
Well,
that,
I don't question that it wasn't released, but that's the planning board's purview. We don't deal with the bonds, we don't deal with the releasing of them. That's the planning board that does that programming.
okay.
And if the developer requests that it be
Well, the
accepted.
developer's dead. This was in 1990. Freddie Baldwin,
Was he-
Joe Carr,
Who was the other?
Kathleen Circle, Christopher Road.
Christopher
Interville.
Rowe. We just accepted
Correct,
Christopher
after
Rowe
2 years.
ago.
Yeah,
Yes.
but that took 2 years. I mean, you've been plowing our streets. We've got lights on our streets. You clean the streets. You clean the drainage, the thing. So I mean, you're using it as a public road. It's a private road. Why would they snowplow it?
Well, we used to do that as a courtesy, okay, but we discovered this past year, actually last year, that we can no longer spend municipal funds on private property.
I agree with you. That's the way it should be. I mean, you're paying big money to snowplow, clean the streets and the lights.
Well, it's not so much, it's also the insurance liability of going down the street. So that's one of the reasons we had to do a cease and desist on all these roads.
I
that
agree
were
with you that.
Accepted.
I mean, that was my other thing. I mean, if you're still plowing them, why not repair it?
We can't by state law at this point.
Okay, so,
Like I say, we did it before as a courtesy,
yeah,
but now that we've discovered that we can't spend that money
That's a
because
lot of money.
state requirements.
I agree with you. It's a lot of money to do that. I mean, they want to keep it a private road. Let them keep it a private road. Let them pay for the snowplow. Let them pay for the paving when the streets go. They're all here. I mean, they think that I want to get the road approved for a builder behind us to build this 40B. About 5, 6, 10 years ago, I don't know, there was a developer that wanted to put in 44 units behind my house, and I was going to sell my house. But, they fought it because they didn't want any 40B units in there, because from what they say, they didn't want to diminish their property value. So that was fought. But as long as they're going to stop plowing, I agree with you. And I'll take it up with the planning board to see, because I'm trying to figure out why it wasn't accepted. I mean, believe me, no one knows, it seems
Well,
like.
all I can tell you is, I remember the Christopher Road, and everybody owned out to the middle.
To the street.
Middle of the street. And then we had to get everyone to sign off on that in order to get Christopher Road accepted. And that took,
Actually,
2 years.
Mr. Snow, and Christopher Road is a little more complicated than
Oh,
that.
yeah.
In some cases, some people did own to the
I'm
center of
simplifying it,
road,
believe me.
and in some cases, the developer had 3 separate trusts.
Yes.
So we did go back and work with the estate, the heirs to the developer, because they were the trustees. And so, in some cases, there were mortgage companies, so
Mhm.
you have to, it takes a long time to do that, and that's why, and we had to have it surveyed, things.
Yeah, 'cause
As I
Dennis,
said, as I said, it wasn't simple.
no, I know, Dennis Roy, because he told me he even had to go up to Maine to get Fred Baldwin's
Yes,
daughter to sign off on it.
right.
But, no, I'm just gonna try to find out why it was never accepted, because it's like, something happened way back and something didn't go wrong. But I should keep up, you know, I should, so as far as being, the sinkhole being fixed, it's,
You'll need to go to the planning board.
okay. Yeah, that's all I want, is, my neighbor and I just want it fixed, because it's, my daughter fell in up to here. I mean, it's, I put a 10-foot stick down there, it kept on going. So, all right, I'll make an appointment with the planning board.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm assuming you would like to address us?
I would. I'm a resident on Kathleen Circle.
Can you identify yourself, sir? Sorry.
Joseph Rocco, 20
you.
Kathleen Circle.
Mhm.
I would not like to see this become a public way. I don't know if you know the history going back to 2001. Mr. Marshall had made a deal for substantial financial gain for his home to be sold and to gain access to a 40B. The sinkhole that he speaks of, would you have a picture of it? Because I have driven by it many times, and I believe it's in the lawn, approximately 40 feet into the lawn.
Did you see the yellow tape around it?
I did, actually. I have
Why
a
don't you come
photo
by
of
and
it.
I'll show you the sinkhole.
I have a photo of it.
Wonderful.
This is many feet beyond the street. That is approximately 40 feet off of the curb. Even if that was a town-maintained road, would the town go 40 feet into a private residence to repair a sinkhole? In my experience, I have not seen that. I am one of many residents who do not want to see this become a public way. And I just wanted to voice my opinion this evening and make it known, and I'm sure there's several residents here that would like to do the same. I know there was a petition going around that many of us signed to put an end to this.
Do you have a copy of that?
Mr. Rocco, I think as we said to Mr. Marshall, this all needs to go to the planning board.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Yes, Mr.
I had the highway department come down, and that sinkhole, whether it go 40 yards, 50 yards, or 100 yards, is in line with the drainage pipe. So I don't know what the difference
But
is.
we don't own the road either, so we don't own the
No, I know that.
drainage.
That's what I'm saying. I agree with you. As long as you don't own the road and everything's gonna stop, I'm with you.
But we don't own the drainage pipe either. because
Fine.
That's on private
I know
property.
that. Our next step is we're just gonna put cement, we're gonna fill it with cement to hold. Hopefully it doesn't do anything back up the drainage so it goes down the street. It's a private road.
That's, I don't want you talked about that.
Oh, no,
No
okay.
discussion
Yeah.
on my side to that one.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
My name's William Eldridge, and I'm with 37 Kathleen Circle. Point of clarification, my wife and I pay for the lights on the road. There was another neighbor before us, before us who paid for it, and we pay for the lights now
Okay.
on our electrical bill, and we'd be willing to continue to do so. We oppose the road becoming a public road as presently constituted. My wife and I would be willing to put a covenant on our house to ensure that no 40B or any other housing project could go back through there. So just wanted to publicly state that. Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you. Is there anybody else that has any comment or?
Lucy Lockwood, 58 Kathleen Circle. I think the issue here is that we would like to support the town in working to acquire the particular lot that lies behind 3 of the parcels along Kathleen Circle and was the subject for 8 years of litigation with the town of Rowley and the developer for that 40B. And once that parcel, if that parcel could be acquired, then there is no issue of future development. It links to existing conservation parcels that the town already owns. So it makes for a logical kind of recreation wildlife corridor. I think the community would be supportive of helping to develop trails back there. And we would certainly be willing to work with Open Space and the Conservation Commission to work towards acquiring that. The last contact that I am aware of with the owner, Mr. Bruce Ashley in Topsfield, was in 2009. Sally Taylor, who at the time was head of the Open Space Committee, reached out working with Essex County Greenbelt, Ed Becker and others at Essex County Greenbelt. And at the time, I believe, and again, I don't have official documentation, but from what I understood, is Mr. Ashley was looking for a higher price than it was assessed at. And of course, the town, whether it's through Open Space or Essex County Greenbelt, can't pay a premium on an acquisition like that. And so that was kind of, I think, where things ended. But it's been 6 years, and I think it would be worthwhile to reach out to Mr. Ashley again, and I think we'd, again, be willing to support any efforts and help in any way we can to move that forward.
Maybe they could all chip in and buy it, that way we're there.
Lots of possibilities in terms of how we could help. So just want to state that for the record again.
May I suggest that you might want to contact the Conservation Commission and make that suggestion and see if they could look into it?
There actually is a letter that will be going in tomorrow to both the Open Space Committee and the Conservation Committee saying exactly that.
Well,
Just weren't able to get it in before the close of business today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Is there anybody else? Okay. I guess we're all set.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Not a problem.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night now.
Thank you.
Thank
Good night
you.
now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Really forgot the question.
It looks bigger on TV, I know.
Thank you.
Okay, so that brings us down to old business. And we do have one more appointment, but that's not until 8 o'clock.
No, we have to leave
No, I have
that.
to leave it
Oh,
open.
do I have to leave it all
Yes,
open?
open and
Thank
meeting
you.
law. Thank you.
Just wanted to shield you from the noise.
All right, thank you.
Okay, old business. Next item, number 1. Discuss town wharf
Oh,
rebidding
no,
project.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The harbor master has asked that we re-advertise for the wharf bid project now. The bid will be released on April 22nd, 2015. The funding for the contract will be subject to town meeting approval. You have anything to add, Deb?
No, except that it's crucial that we try to get this under contract. We obviously need the funding from town meeting, but the rot is a concern for the harbor master,
Right.
for the stability of the wharf. So
Right.
we would like to proceed with that, obviously contingent upon funding at town meeting. It's just the bidding, advertising takes so much time.
Yep. It closed by itself that time. I think David's trying to tell us something.
Thanks, Larry.
Okay, old business number 2, discuss turf maintenance solicitation. The Parks and Recreation Committee is ready to release the turf maintenance solicitation for the town's playing fields. The board needs to vote to release the solicitation.
Mr. Chairman, this is pretty much what the rec committee's been doing all along. in terms of the specifications. This is for the playing fields. And Amy worked with Tim a bit. It's pretty much what they've done in the past.
Okay. And the whole package is here. ready
So
to
this
go.
is an RFP or
It's
similar?
It's a request for price quote, because it doesn't exceed the amount for sealed bids. So
Mhm.
the contract is under 25,000.
Okay, any discussion, further discussion?
No?
Entertain a motion.
I'll make that motion, Mr. Chairman.
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded to issue the turf maintenance solicitation. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Mr. Chairman, on the next one here, the group health insurance renewal, I'm asking for authorization to renew the health insurance with Maya, group health insurance for employees and retirees.
Mhm.
If the board could authorize me to execute that.
Okay.
Execute the FinCom, Chairman.
Okay, the board needs to vote to authorize Debbie to renew the fiscal 16 MIIA group health insurance. The premiums for MIIA plans are increasing by 7.14%. So, any further discussion on that?
I'll give you a motion, Mr. Chairman.
I'll second that.
Okay, motion made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. And I will say my aye by necessity.
Yes, and I will, are you giving me the authorization to?
Yes.
Yes, and that gives you the authorization to
Execute that
sign.
on behalf of the town.
Right,
Thank you.
okay. All right, we have one more appointment at 8 o'clock. And is it required of us to maintain till 8, Deb, or do you
Oh,
mind
it
if we?
it doesn't indicate approximate time, but I would suggest by the length of the announcements, maybe by the time you finish that.
Okay, and I'll just speak to Larry, if you got anything you want to add or discuss or talk? No timeouts, we don't have timeouts here.
Speak slowly, Larry.
So, if not, I'll go to the announcements, how's that?
Okay.
It's fine, I don't have anything worthwhile to say.
Okay, and that's a first.
It is a first.
All right, announcements. Informational hearing on the town meeting warrant is Monday, April 27th, 2015, at 7:30 at Town Hall. That'll be a review, and department heads will be there. If anybody has any questions they want to ask about any articles on the town meeting, we can get information out to you if you come to the hearing. Town meeting is scheduled for May 4th, 2015, at 7:30 PM at the Pine Grove School. Please come early, so we'll have a quorum to get started at 7:30. Annual town election is Tuesday, May 12th, 2015, from noon to 8 PM at St. Mary's Hall. And that is from noon, because it's a town election and not a state or federal election, from noon to 8. So it's 8 hours rather than the normal 7 to 8. Drinking Water Week, May 3rd to the 9th, tours of the town's new water treatment plant will be provided. Contact Water Superintendent Mary Beth Weiser at 978-948-2640, extension 4, to schedule a tour. And that's 978-948-2640, extension 4, to schedule a tour. Check out the library's website and Raleigh Community Media for news on the Raleigh Reads program. The town has the following vacancies. Fence viewer, 3 positions. Board of Cemetery Commissioner, 1 seat open through May 12th. Wood, Lumber, and Bark Inspector, and Zoning Board of Appeals Associate, 2 open seats. Historical Commission, Historic District Commission, 2 seats. Parks and Recreation Committee, 2 seats. And for more information on these positions, please contact the Selectmen's office at 948-2372. Raleigh Food Pantry is in need of donations. The food pantry is open Tuesdays from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and Thursdays from 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. Yes, Larry.
Yes, I do have something.
Okay.
The water department does have a open house on Monday, May the 4th at 11 a.m.
Okay.
To have tours and stuff like that through the plant, in addition, that you can schedule individual things, but, they are planning, a grand opening ceremonies and
So that's at
food
the,
and drink, and I understand they have applied for a non-liquor license for.
okay,
some of
that's at the treatment plant, right?
Right.
Okay.
Monday, May 4th at 11
Right, at
a.m.
11. Water will be served.
Sounds good. Okay.
Thank you, Larry.
Sure you even get something else to say. We need about another 8 minutes.
Well, it's approximate time,
Yeah.
within,
I'm afraid not a politician. I just can't expound extemporaneously on nothing.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
So my wife
he's heard us
is
before.
great.
Okay, let me find the paperwork for this next appointment, and we'll be on our way here. Okay, so our 8 o'clock appointment, which we're going to have a few minutes earlier, because the time is in fact approximate. Town Administrator Deborah Egan for annual performance review. Did I do that? I thought it was in here. That's right there.
Yep. Here it is.
Yeah. That's what I did. I mixed them up. Okay. April 13th, Honorable Board of Selectmen, from Deborah Egan, performance appraisal. My last performance appraisal was conducted on, do you have anything to say, Deb? You want to make
yes,
sure
if
that?
I would just like to let the board know that I would waive my rights that this document be completed. I know the evaluation's in open session, but also be completed in open session, therefore making it a public record.
Okay, thank you. My last performance appraisal was conducted in May 2014. Since that time, I have worked on the following: exclusive execution of the purchase of the Girl Scout land, completion of the annex exterior restoration project, Town Hall window project phase 2, served as the acting water superintendent for the water department during the superintendency vacancy, solicitation of the harbor master's docks at the landing, wrote the requests for qualifications for the public safety building, developed a capital plan with the capital planning team, continued to work with the fiscal team in developing a balanced budget, oversaw the upgrade to the town hall limited access elevator for compliance with new architectural access board rules, worked on the library exterior painting and repair project. I am currently working on the following: Town Hall floor project, YMCA lease of camp area, Town Wharf rebid. Okay. So, this is an employee performance appraisal. And the department it comes under the Board of Selectmen, and the job title is the Town Administrator Personnel Officer.
Can I go first?
Sure.
In my new position this year of vice chairman, I got to work with you very closely on preparing the budget this year, which was a new challenge for me. And I am, it being my 4th year on the board, that I am continually amazed that you work so hard You put together the packages with diligence and accuracy that meets the letter of the law, and you do it with a just an ability that is terrific, and I think you are doing an amazing job in your office. And I think that I would give you a key rating of excellent on that. First, responsibilities.
Okay.
I've been on the board 7 years. I'll be going into my 8th year on the board, and I've worked, you know, in every position on the board here. And you know, as one of the selectmen, I would just have to say Miss Egan is really, I was trying to think of a word and I came up with factotum. And that jack of all trades. She does everything. Her responsibilities. I have been here through the peaks and valleys, more peaks than valleys, and all her responsibilities that she has under her wings. And besides being the public administrator to guide us and guide the board, and also, you know, we listen very much to your wisdom, and we're very, very privileged in the town to have you here. And responsibilities, excellent. Everything that you do. So.
Okay, we're still gonna have to go through the process though, Bob.
I
Yep.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. Actually, I'm on my 3rd term, and I was fortunate enough to be here when she started to work here. She got hired just before I was elected. And it made for a great time for me because I didn't have a clue. Well, I shouldn't say I didn't have a clue. I pretty much knew what the Board of Selectmen did, but it's like any other job. You're a supervisor, so sometimes you don't know what really goes on in the field, that type of situation. So she led me through that first 3 years, which at that point I had got kind of tuck it out. I was still working and about to retire, so I took some time off. And once I ran out of things to do after I retired, I came back. And I got permission from Deb to do that. So, I mean, everything that both you gentlemen have said tonight is correct, absolutely correct.
And I just want to add one thing. You know, Joe coming on board, he's been 4 years, and he sat here as vice chair. And you sit here and you do the budget, and you're guided, and you come and you see the big picture. It's very different than, you know, being outside and looking in.
Oh, absolutely.
When you sit at the table,
Yep.
and then.
I mean, I worked for the light department for about 20 years before the manager retired. And he asked me if I wanted to take the job. And I said, no, I don't want that job. I'm happy as a lineman. But to make a long story short, after I took the job, there were things that I never even knew existed. After working there for 20 years, those things I didn't know existed.
Yeah.
So there is a difference when you're sitting in a different position. There really is.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And as Bob has said, you know, Debbie sits in the wall, and she handles them all, and gets us through, and keeps us going.
Yep.
Without that phone call from Deb, we'd be lost.
Is a learning experience that you need to go through as a member of the board, and to have the knowledge and background behind you as a bulwark that you know you can count on. It just makes the job a lot easier, and the learning curve goes along that much faster.
And
it's been good.
And all of us at this table have received phone calls, you know, on Saturdays and Sundays from Miss Egan.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
Very dedicated individual. Very dedicated to the town.
Absolutely. Okay.
Yeah, the responsibilities and the accomplishments, again, I would go with the
I'm gonna go with the letter.
listing from the page, right?
Yep, the letter was
And
gonna
the
cover
job
that.
knowledge is just outstanding.
And job knowledge, all Excellent.
Okay. Okay, so job performance. Thoroughness, accuracy, and overall quality of the employee's work.
Excellent.
Just reading the documentation that comes out of her office, it's accurate and right to the point, and she gets an excellent from me.
Excellent.
Excellent, okay. Job productivity. The employee demonstrates a commitment toward achieving tasks are completed efficiently and effectively.
Yep, definitely efficiently and effectively. Excellent, excellent.
Excellent it is. Dependability. Employee can be relied upon to complete assigned tasks and is conscientious about their attendance and timeliness.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Absolutely.
Okay. The employee demonstrates a willingness to work with associates, subordinates, supervisors, and others. Responds willingly to changes in procedure, process, responsibility, and assignments.
Just her taking over as acting water superintendent, that was something else again. And to work with Mary Beth when she came on. Your cooperation is excellent, really outstanding.
Excellent it is.
Excellent.
Initiative demonstrates an ability to think and act independently. That is one of her major accomplishments.
Yes.
Excellent.
Something I have a lot of trouble with, but she keeps me in line. Originates innovative ideas and methods to improve job or complete tasks better, and that's got the name right on it.
Yep.
Deborah Egan, no question about it. No question about it. Thank you, Deb. Overall rating, work environment and safety. Maintains a safe and pleasant work environment, follows safety regulations, and actively contributes toward a safe workplace.
Excellent.
Excellent.
That would be my rating.
Overall performance level.
I
think we
that
got-
adds up to 100.
We gotta add those all together. Is it 100? Does it go out to 100, Deb?
That's excellent. It's all excellent.
50.
You gotta make me add this up? I mean, I don't have your
50,
calculator.
70, 80, 90, yep, 100 points.
Okay, we'll go by the accountant over here.
Yeah, you're sitting next to the math teacher.
Okay, are there any improvements needed in the following areas? Can we have any areas that need improvement?
No.
Okay.
Just that we want you to stick around for a long while.
Major
Are there any
strong-
training courses that you wish to partake?
I try. It's been tough lately for both Amy and
Well, I know it's very difficult to get out of the office, but is there anything that you wish to partake in?
Well, we did, we've taken a lot of the discrimination trainings
Right.
and things and implementing some of those. We went to, did the training the trainer seminar. So hopefully, when things get quiet after town meeting, we had so many large-scale projects. Buying the Girl Scout land was a huge undertaking that people don't realize that went into that. That took a lot of time in the fall, so we just really couldn't leave here. Between that, we had a fall town meeting.
Well, if there's anything that,
Yeah,
if something comes up,
we do try to get
Yeah.
out when we can.
let us know.
take advantage of it, and
Absolutely.
we'd be happy to support you on it.
We did get the pleasure of going to the MMA meeting, and that was actually the last time I really got out. We'd actually hosted in North Shore roundtable with the secretary for the Operational Services Division from the state on the combine, so that was good. We didn't have to leave. We did that 2 weeks ago.
Good. Okay. So,
No trip to Disney World after the performance.
a motion to accept the evaluation.
I'll make that motion.
I'll be happy to second that motion.
Motion made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
We have discussed this report with the employee.
Yes,
And thank
Here's
you
my
to the board.
evaluation.
I really appreciate the very nice comments. It means a lot to me, and I think that the approach of working in a team setting is effective. People bring to the table different skills. The selectmen, I can attest working with all of you with different interests and backgrounds, what you can bring to the table really can get things done.
It's been a good team.
Thank you.
It's been a good team.
Thank you very much to you. And my wonderful coworkers and colleagues here. Things get done because we work in an atmosphere where we're all get the same goal, and we can bring different perspectives to the table and respect those opinions.
Exactly, and
Yep.
as many times as I hang around here, I've seen that interaction, which is very, very good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Most employers should have that ability to have that type of interaction with their employees. It's just amazing. They're always complimenting each other as far as settling issues and things like that. It's just, it's amazing. It's amazing. It runs like a well-oiled clock. It really does. Me particularly appreciate that very, very much.
You know,
I think we all do.
you know, 4 years, 4 decades. I had 4 decades of working with different management teams, and now I'm into 4.5 decades with the town and everything else, and this is the best management team I've ever worked with.
I agree.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I give you the most important motion of the evening. I move we adjourn.
I'll give you a second.
As you understand, motion to adjourn takes priority. So all those in favor of adjournment signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? No. We are adjourned.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
You're welcome. Thank you.